got a 2009 Hyundai Accent. I'm going to go over quickly how to do the rear speakers. I already did the driver's side. Let's do the passenger side. First, disconnect your negative cable. There's airbags built into the panels back there. You don't want them going off in your face. Disconnect the negative cable, wait at least a minute before you start pounding on stuff. Alright, here's your passenger side. It's got what I call a paper factory speaker. You know, they're like pretty much made of paper. This is the one I did yesterday. Where is it? Driver's side, you can see there's a Pioneer in there. So we're going to replace this bad boy on the passenger side now. So we're going to start right here. A little clip there. Just start prying with a little tool like this. Get that clip out. Start prying along here. Anywhere you can pull it out. Take these two screws out. There's one here and one there. And then just kind of work your way up the driver's, or the door rather. And then along the top, right here above the speaker. Really you're going to get to about here. Start pulling this back. You'll be able to hold it back enough to get a screwdriver in there. So let's fast forward now. There's that clip. Yeah, it's really not that bad. You just got to get over the kind of fear of doing it and just do it. Get in here and start prying. Kind of going behind the weather strip here. Eventually you'll pop a clip and the rest will be easier. Pry this door open. Alright, there, you're popping clips now. Alright, if I didn't already mention, you want to take your back seat out. There's videos on YouTube how to do that. It's not really that hard to figure out. There's a bolt back here. It's going to be kind of behind the cushion. Fold the back seats forward then. There's some bolts back there. That go into these things. You'll figure it out. It's not that hard. So I'm not going to go over that part again. So yeah, like I said, you want to start prying these open. Probably get your hands in here and pull it. Yep, look at that, so easy. It's not that bad, guys. This might help a little bit. What you can do is move the seat belt. On the other side of this now. There you go. It's just coming right out, guys. So, and look, this is pretty much it. That's plenty of room to get in there with a screwdriver. Kind of sucks to have to hold it open with one hand while you use your other hand to unscrew it, but it's doable. So, you're gonna unscrew these screws here, and then you're gonna want to get in there, pry this back a little bit to let go of the wiring. Unclip it from right there, and I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, the next step, take a little break, you know? Alright, back to work. Alright guys, we got that out. Here it sits. See what I mean? It's like made of paper. You know, what is this? Why don't they just put better speakers in the first place? I guess to save money, huh? So anyway, let's go ahead, take this inside. What we're going to do is cut these off right at the tip. We don't need these old speakers anymore. I'm going to throw it in recycling. I'm going to cut these off. Black is negative, the other one's positive. Okay. As you can see, I just straight up unclipped it. That way when we're done, we can clip it back in, because we're going to put this, we're going to attach the new speaker wire that comes with the new speaker to this. And then into the new speaker. So let's go inside and we'll do that. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Okay, so we're inside. Here's the old speaker. Here's the new ones. I'm using Pioneer TS-A6881F, 350 watt max. I got these from sonicelectronics.com. These are 6x9s, rather 6x8s. I think the originals are probably 5x7, but they actually look kind of identical. It's hard to tell. Either way, you can't easily fit them. You don't have to worry about nothing. Trust me. 2009 Hyundai Accent. Don't have to worry about it. Okay? Now, I don't know about you guys. This is a brand new pair of these. A couple months old now. And the cutters, just, I tell you, they don't, in my opinion, they just don't do it for me. So I brought these up from the basement. Had these for a while, and these actually work pretty good. So let's get started here. We're going to cut off here. Alright. Actually, there's a little clip here. Might want to pry up with something. What do I got? Alright, just pry that up. It's right here. That way you can get this out of there. And then just cut here, man. This is the old speaker. We don't need to save nothing. We're going to throw this in recycling, like I said. There's probably plenty of room to work with. So let's just go ahead. I think it's 18 gauge is what worked for me yesterday when I did the driver's side. So let's... You should probably know how to do this. Yeah, 18 gauge. Give her a squeeze and tug. Look at that, perfect. It's not going to focus, but you get the point. Do the other side. The negative is black again. There you go. Give these a twist. Probably don't have to, but everyone does it. It doesn't hurt nothing. Probably helps everything stick together, so you got a fray there, or a loose one. Look at that. I had a guy once tell me, you don't need to do that. No, you don't need to, but shut up. Helps it stick together. Anyway, so I got these blue connectors. They're for 16 to 14 gauge. I think these are 18. So either way, just when you go to clamp them down, kind of look at it and watch that it's crimping enough. You don't really want to, because I've over crimped it and it just cuts the thing off, and you have to restrip these. So get you a couple connectors out. These guys here. And let's just go ahead and get these on here. This is where I'll use the yellow one. Now you see the red, blue, yellow. I use the red since these are actually, I think they're 18 gauge. I'm using the red, and I'm just kind of going to look down in there like this at the metal piece and watch that crimp. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do now. Make sure it doesn't go too much. Okay, and you can see I'm pulling reasonably. It's not coming out. It's not going to come out once it's in the car. It does feel a little loose. I'm going to make sure I get it on there a little more. Okay. Should be fine. Get you another one. Put it on here. Give ourselves some room. I'm using the red crimper. I'm going to look down here as I do this. I'm just watching that it's not crimping like too much. I just want it to be enough that it's not going to go anywhere when I do this. Okay. Now this is set up. Now your new speaker is going to come with this. The white with the bigger terminal is positive. the white and black with the smaller terminal is negative. Remember your positive was yellow here. So you're just going to match these up. Go to the end here, start separating these just with your fingernails. Don't need to pull it down the whole way, just enough to work with. And strip these. Give it a good squeeze, pull. Perfect. And now you do the same thing to put these into here. Remember, negative to negative. So black is on the stock, it was negative. White with black stripe on the new one, that's negative. And again, that white with black stripe goes to the smaller plug. Here's the bigger one, that's positive. Okay, got it all connected now. This way, I can just plug the new speaker into the factory plug once I'm done hooking up this up to the speaker. And as you can see, this is what it looks like when it's all connected. It's not coming apart. Let's open up the new speaker, take a look at it. Alright guys, there's what they look like next to each other. They're pretty much the same size. New one actually kind of looks smaller, huh? A little bit, maybe not. Either way, it's going to sound great. Alright, let's move this old one out of the way. That's junk now. I'm going to throw that in recycling. Recycle if you can. Okay. Little cover on here. I did mount the other one with this on, so I'll do the same for this one. Okay. So on the bottom, you can see the big connector and the smaller one. This is very plug and play. It's too easy. Big connector. Big connector. Small connector. Small connector. Okay. That was hard, huh? Now we're ready to just plug this right back into the factory plug. And then hook it back up. You just screw it in. Installation's reverse of the removal. Okay? Alright, y'all. I'm holding this back with my elbow here. You want to run the wires up behind that frame there. That way you ain't got to worry about the screws coming through any of these holes onto the wire where you have the, you know what I mean? So just put the wire back behind the frame instead of in front of it. You won't have to worry about screwing down over the wire that sits through one of these holes or whatever. Okay, I got it in with one screw. Let's take this fatter end on the bottom, so it should go like this. Like this. And just plug and play. Look at that, too easy. There you go. Now you just put the other screws in. Alright, I got that speaker installed. Let's hook up the battery. Guys, this is a good time to consider if you need a new battery for one. They last about 5 years, so look for the manufacturer sticker, 1124. They usually last around 5 years. This will be good. This is brand new. Okay. If your lugs are dirty, corroded, clean them. There's battery terminal cleaner and battery terminal protector out there. Get them both. Look at your lugs here. It's easy to replace. Replace them. It's not that hard. You cut the wire, or you can get this. I forget what they call this set here, but yeah, you don't really need it. Either way, just get a new terminal, a new lug, and take care of the other side too. This was corroded before. Now it's cleaned and protected. That's what the red stuff is. Okay. So now you can hook up your battery terminal. Listen for airbags to pop as you do this. Nope, I'm good. Then we can test it out and make sure it works before I hook up the panels back up. Alright, let's get in here and test it. It's working. Alright. Let's unhook that battery again, because we're going to bang the panels back in place and we don't want to pop an airbag off, right? So let's go ahead and unhook this again to be safe. Safety first. It's your negative cable. It's black mainly, and there's your negative sign. Unhook the negative. Alright. I brought this piece back behind this piece. Watch the yellow wire back there. Kind of pull that back so it's like under here instead of here. There's a piece here, a plastic piece underneath here. You don't want it like crimping that wire, the yellow wire. So anyway, at this point, make sure you pull this back on this side of the panel, and then you can pretty much, there you go. Look at that. Okay. This is why you want your negative unplugged, so you don't do off any airbags that might be back here. I'm not sure if there really are back here, but the owner's manual says, or the Haynes manual says there are some, and you should be careful. So either way, there probably are back here. A little imperfection right there, but you know what? That's fine. You're never gonna notice that. So now you could put this little clip back in here. Kind of wiggle that around, deal with that until it goes back into what feels like it's into place. There you go. You felt that go right back in. Okay. There you go. Push that into place so it's flush there nicely. Get your red pry tool here and start making sure your weather stripping is above. You see that? Look at that. It's too easy, guys. You just got to do it. And then that's it, guys. That's how you do the rear speakers in a Hyundai Accent. So if you need help doing your rear speakers, this is the video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got any value out of this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, let me know how this helped you. Most importantly, praise God, y'all.